Asiyryn, and welcome to the host phase. Peace, Asiyryn. I am your host, like I said. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have come across this reading is specifically for the elementalists. Um, that if you don't know what that is, stay tuned to see what the rest of this video is about. But if you already know what it is about, thank you so much for tuning in. We're about to go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on. Wow, it's a lot of energy going on. What's going? They just shocked me. Whoa. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Spirit guides and the ancestors of all high good, God of all high sacred, I mean, what you want to know, whether it's here, feeling, or another perspective, to know, whether you appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let me turn the. Let's see. Therapy. So I already pulled and pre-shuffled some of the cards off of the out of this deck off of the camera. If you could tell by the title, it literally is as if somebody was trying to hold you back, but they were doing it intentionally, one. And two, whatever was happening, they were trying to mess with your Akashic divine knowledge. They were trying to mess with your understanding of being in a energy of talking to the ancestors or the divine council. And I think literally you ended up trying to ground yourself. And this person noticed that. This person noticed that you were trying to ground yourself. And what ended up happening, they put you through a a test is the energy that I'm getting. They took you through a test, or they put you through a test in some way, shape, or form. And with echoes of the elements, it made you hone in on the energy that was supposed to be for you in some way, shape, or form. It was some sort of energy of you centering yourself. It was like you had to balance yourself out in some way, shape, or form. If the elemental balance comes out, I wouldn't be surprised because I know this energy is for the elementalists, right? But shout out to matter of fact, shout out to all my Ghostbusters and the Ghostbuster family, and shout out to all who else, my patsies and all of the observers. We're about to go ahead and get started. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Um, Um, then we got Lush Life Force. Yep, something was trying to just stop you from growing and elevating in some way, shape, or form. But whatever happened, you realized that this person or this group or this co-worker, family member, also could definitely be a family member because we go ooh, we got Serenity in the Soil. That's the first card that I seen with thematic presence that wanted to pop out when I first started pulling the cards before I got up here. And it literally seems to me like somebody was trying to take you literally out of alignment because you had too much clarity in some way, shape, or form. You were too clear on what it is your intentions were supposed to be when you got here, or what God was doing in your life and the things that were changing for you. And so because you had such crystal clean clarity, I heard crystal clean clarity, not crystalline, but crystal clear clarity is what I wanted to say, crystal clear clarity. And it's geological wisdom because you knew what it is that the divine had for you and what it was built up with rays of radiance. That's what made you stand out. That's what made you so different. That's what also made you this vibrant person because God put something up for you, is what I just heard. He has an inheritance for you. He put something up for you. So whatever they thought that they were working against, you was working against what it is that God was putting for you. And that also was working against God in a way, shape, or form. And I was just in the tail streets not too long ago. And that's the energy that has been going around, like people trying to play with your destiny, people trying to play with crystalline clarity because you were so smart and not 100% naive to the fact that people have malicious intent, and that's what you didn't have, and that's the energy that I was just talking about. Like I was literally just saying, like I don't come into a specific situation at all ever with negative intent. I come with no intentions on hurting or harming the person ever. I always come with crystal clear intentions, and I'm gonna let you know exactly how I feel in the moment. And that's the energy that my collective is in. It literally seems like the collective or my collective is literally in crystal, like they know exactly where they're going, they know exactly what they're doing. And if they don't know, they're finding their way. And it's nothing wrong with finding your way. It's just on the energy of God has something for you. You know exactly what God is doing for you, and you're keeping that faith. And you're not just focusing on the things that is trying to pry in, is what I just heard. I just heard pry in. So I'm gonna see what's going on because I haven't pulled any more cards besides the cards that is out here, because it seems to me that the ancestors were talking to you, or they were guiding you in some way, shape, or form. The ancestors was actually talking to you. They was giving you the information. They were giving you the knowledge because you, with roots of strength, you were grounded in the ancestors. You was grounded in God. You was grounded in the divine collective, the divine ancestors chosen one's energy, and that's what you ended up starting to manifest, and that's what started to that's why everything started to become easier, because you started seeing things subsiding, and then when people started noticing that you were growing, then things started to come back and try to be worse, because people were trying to keep you stuck and stagnant in some way, shape, or form. This could be a group with choral communion. People were working against you. That's literally the energy that this is giving me. People were working against you in some way, shape, or form because they were trying to uh, break bread with other people. And then when it came to you, you weren't getting a piece of the pie. You weren't getting this. You weren't getting your specific what was due to you. And then what ended up happening was you started to realize, and that's why I post on. I put my post up there. It was saying, and I said this not too long ago. But I said it like a couple weeks ago, where you were in the energy of working as the hen. And what happened was, with the hen, it seemed like with the hen you were putting in that work. You was putting in that you was putting in that, I heard pressure is what I heard. I didn't want to say it, but you was putting in that uh you was putting in that you was putting in that faith, is what I'm gonna say. You was putting in that faith, but you was also working, because you was working towards better, you were building towards better. And I think you were working in the faith of the dear Heavenly Father's work, in the faith of what God was doing in your life, and it started to show confirmation. If y'all didn't hear that, you were starting to show what it is that was going on, that you wanted to build up to, and God started to show you exactly what it is that you had, what he had for you, and what you had coming towards you. So let's see what's going on. We literally had the shadows, spectral shadows. So you ended up going through a healing phase, or you ended up starting going through the dark night of the soul, or you had to go on the road less traveled by, a journey unknown. And with the spectral shadows, it was people that put you through this specific test. And it seemed as if you went to and you found the light from within. You see how she glowing? Y'all see how she glowing? Do you see how the girl is masked up? She ready for battle. She masked up. She cloaked. Do you hear me? She covered in the blood. She covered. And it literally is as if you are with Mystic Miss. You are in the energy of now clearing out the way, because you made the wave. Because at first, if you see in this card, it ain't no water. You got the wave. Look, there ain't no water in this. This is a dirt ground. This is dry as Antarctica right now. You done showed the world exactly what it is that you can produce, what it is that you can do. And then you can show exactly 11 people in the chat, literally, and it's literally, and it was just 607. It's literally as if you have progressed to better. You have done the work, literally. You have done better because whatever you were doing, you were trying to get back with the ancestors. You was trying to get back with God and group yourself in the energy of doing better for yourself. And that's what is now coming into you because in for you because you have done the work. You have did the work by believing in the faith of what you can do for the dear Heavenly Father's namesake, and you have done the work. And now it is now you have now have a footing or grounded in some sort of balanced area. And now that you're in this energy with whispers of the breeze, you can hear the ancestors talking to you. You can hear the ancestors talking to you. And I'm about to sneeze. Wow. Let me stop. So I don't want to sneeze. Hold on. Let me get something to drink. Hold on, y'all. Let's see what's going on. With geological wisdom. It literally says draw upon the ancient wisdom. Hell, look, like what I just said. I didn't read these cards. It says draw upon the ancient wisdom held within the layers of the earth, grounding yourself in timeless knowledge. You are now in the energy of passing the test because the test was never meant to make you fail. It was meant to make you stronger because God had a different type of mission for you the whole time. He had a whole different mission for you. And that's why you heard the whispers. They no, the ancestors were hearing whispers of a warrior or these warriors that was chosen by God. And so it was like y'all as if y'all got together in the 5D or y'all got together in the spiritual realm. And what ended up happening was they thought that everybody was going to be able to come against you because what happened was once you started going around and making waves in the spiritual realm, once you started doing the spiritual healing, you started covering yourself in the blood. You started covering yourself in the spirit because that's what they didn't want. They didn't want the divine chosen ones to wake up. And you literally were the one. Y'all hear all that. Y'all literally woke up something in yourselves that was supposed to be hidden. And it was the hitting Akashic record, something that was at a point that literally you couldn't think. And that's literally I just went blank. I literally just went blank, like randomly. And you couldn't blink. I mean you couldn't think. And you couldn't, it was like as if you couldn't like you had to regroup. And that's the energy that it was. It was like regrouping. And it was because you realized that something was going on in the 5D because the people that were hating on you in the 3D were also hating on you in the spiritual realm. So once you realized that these people in your face that was your coworkers, once these people that you realized that were in your face that were your friends or your family members were the main ones that was coming against you, you started to release people. You started to take people out of your life because whatever they were doing, it wasn't of your good. It wasn't of your highest uh specific energy. It wasn't of your higher self. And so literally with geological wisdom and avalanche release, it says reflect and release stagnant energies like an avalanche, allowing the avalanche's momentum to carry you forward. But it's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's going to carry you forward. Hello. It's going to carry you forward. It's moving you forward. And now that you done released the people that is currently trying to keep you stuck and stagnant, you are now shedding a new skin. You're showing new a new specific vibration. Your aura has changed. The things that you have done, the things that you are doing is literally now creating some sort of blessing for you. Hey, my love, thank you so much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate you, Armin. How you doing, boo? It literally seems to me that with the radiant reflections, you are radiating. Is that what it is? You are radiating your radiance. You're building. You're doing. I don't know if that's the word. I don't know if radiating is the word, but I don't know if I'm using the word properly. But you're radiant, and you're showing suns. You're showing rays of sunlight. You're showing rays of and I just seen rays of radiance. So you're showing rays, different rays of your aura, and it's bright and it's showing. And some people is coming up against you. And now that you literally, this is the twin. And I was just talking about this. It's twins in specific certain situations. Like I was talking about something completely different, but somebody was trying to make a twin of you. That's what I heard before I got up here as well. Somebody was trying to make you into a duplicate and replicate you, but you can't be replicated nor duplicated because you're in the energy of coming out of what it is that you're supposed to be moving towards. You are no longer staying in the energy of anything that isn't moving you towards where you're supposed to go. Let me say it like that. And that's literally why you left these people behind. You left this specific job behind. You left this specific situation behind because it was dark over there. It was dark. It was stagnant. It was cold. And you might be the energy in this specific scenario is you don't like to be around things that is giving you the cold shoulder. And it was because you were reflecting that energy. You don't want to reflect that energy. So what you had to do was get around people that were more of your vibration. And that's why the elementalists or the people that can control things around them, and that's why I call y'all my Ghostbusters and stuff, is literally reflecting the energy that's around you now because you are evolving into the harmonious energy of the soil, the energy of passionate new beginnings. You're evolving into the what was rooted in the environment around you before you were there, because now you have blessed the environment that is around you. Now you have done the things that is supposed to be for you just by showing up every day as your authentic self, by being who you truly authentically are, is now getting you into the energy of doing the things that you're supposed to do. Just doing you it was doing the things that you were supposed to do before you realized that you were supposed to do them is what God got you. That is what got you into the presence of a higher ranking with God, is what I meant to say. That's what it is. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, with breeze of change. So you went through a healing period with whispers of the on the breeze, or the whispers, yeah, whispers on the breeze. That's the clarifying card for it. Whatever this energy was that was trying, it was like doubts. It was like some energy of like doubts and naysayers that was already whispering in one ear, but you already had on this other side a person that was better and higher than, not even a person, a name higher than any name. I'm gonna say it like that. A name that was higher than any name that no man could ever compete with. So it literally seemed like your energy was as if you were rooted in what you were supposed to be rooted in. You were rooted in the faith. You were rooted in the 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 goal. You were rooted in the path of self, and that's what you went towards. And you went towards that change. If you wanted to lose 10 pounds in a week, and that's what you went towards, and you randomly gained it without even, you randomly earned it without even trying to do what it is that, and then you got into that motion. But you realize sometimes when I'm saying this so weirdly. Okay, let me say it like this, because I'm gonna still say it. You know how like when you gain weight and then you lose it, and then you try to keep losing weight, and then you gain it back. Do y'all know that? Do y'all know that situation? Because I have been through that, and I'm not the most voluptuous person, but it seems like somebody tried to be that person that kept being a negative gain, is what I'm gonna say. They kept trying to be a negative gain on who you are and what you were doing and what you were trying to make for yourself. You had a specific image. You had a specific uh that you wanted to achieve in a way. And they literally were taking from you so that you could not achieve. I don't know if this is a specific situation. Somebody tried to take from you so that you couldn't reach this specific goal. This could literally be a goal of change. Like you wanted to go through a change. And this person was trying to doubt you the whole time of going through that change with frosty stillness. This person was trying to change you, and then when you wanted to go through the change, they started to downplay you, like you couldn't keep up with it or you couldn't do it. And this is a goal. This is not just about a specific image. This is about a goal that you're trying to achieve. And like it's literally as if you're trying to achieve a specific lifestyle, a specific image on what it is that you can see yourself doing, not just a specific uh Pinstagram, or not Pinstagram. What is it called? Pinterest. I said Pinstagram. My goodness. Um, what in the world? Anyway, it literally seems as if you were trying to get into the energy of doing something better for yourself. And like I said, you see how the comments be? You were trying to do something better for yourself. And then when you started to do that, somebody tried to literally downplay what it is that you were trying to do. That's literally the message. That's literally the message. Moonlit meadows. Somebody literally tried to make you go on a specific energy of trying to get out of the energy of change. Literally, because you were just vibrant. You were just vibrant. Think about it. You were just vibrant. You were just here. You were just in the energy, right? And then somebody comes in and tries to distract you. Somebody comes in and tries to maneuver your inheritance getting faster closer to you. And what you do? What you do? You still get the blessing. You still get the energy of change and evolution with the fervent validity, vitality. I always mess that word up. Vitality. Whatever this person was trying to do with our etheric alchemy, whatever this energy was, whatever they were trying to do to you, was still, regardless, getting you to understand that you were going to do better than you've ever done. Because every time somebody came in and tried to be your no, somebody was going to come in and be your yes. I don't know who said that. I think it was like Kevin Hart or somebody. Shout out to Kevin. So every time somebody tried to be your no, somebody else behind them still wanted to be your yes. See, that's what they didn't know. They didn't know it was the people that said no to you, it was the people that behind them was still wanting to be your yes. So that's why God was still moving in, because God was moving through certain people that didn't want you because they already seen that you were competition. They already seen, yeah. You see how it worked. See, certain people was trying to be a competitive or compete with you instead of trying to teach or understand that you can teach or understand that you can understand. Because you have that knowledge with the internal elements. Some of y'all could be tarot readers. Some of y'all could be spiritual people in some way, shape, or form. Y'all don't have to just be in the faith of Christianity. Y'all could be spiritual people. And y'all understand the balance between the two. Like some people don't understand that they literally with thunderous revelation. You had the realization that everything is not for everybody, and it's a specific demographic, a specific group that are the chosen ones. That's why certain people don't get it. That's why certain people don't understand. And it's certain people literally with ethereal incantations and emanations, my bad, with embers of transformation. It's literally as if, and I don't even understand why these people would even try to think that it was okay to put you in this battle or put you in on this path in the first place. That's the energy that it's giving me, because it was as if you seen through it with Corey of contestants because you had a specific energy of seeing the light. You had a specific energy of being a light seer, and you could see through the energy, and you could do the energy without matching the energy. You would outdo the energy because you didn't need that much energy because you were guided by God. You were guided by the divine ancestors. You weren't playing around, and neither were they. So what ended up happening was you weren't allowed to even fight the battle because you had to zing yourself out. You had a right. And that's why you know that you're a chosen one. With literally, it says, experience the gentle zephyrin of tranquility, inviting peaceful and meditative energy. You realize that once you got back into the energy of rooting yourself in the harmonious energy of what was around you and what you could tap into, literally, it says, delve into the quarry of quintessence, extracting the essence that fuels your spiritual journey. That's why I said some of y'all could be spiritual, and some of y'all know the difference between not just spirituality but also religion. It's just for some, and that's why it's a specific demographic for that. Because y'all are now getting into the energy of evolving because y'all are understanding that there's certain people out there that do this. It's not just me. It's a couple of people. Didn't I say the last live she's a very good tarot. She also does Christianity type tarot readings because it's not just about blocking the energy because if y'all think about it, if y'all look up certain information, it will literally tell you, and I'm not sure about AI because that is also rigged. I read things into that anyway. That Christianity and also tarot cards were made by the same people in the same cahoots. They were in the same cahoots. They were in the same specific energy, and they were made around the same time. The only thing that was made before Christianity and tarot cards was astrology. So you got to understand that it's not about the religion; it's about the spiritual side of things. Because you got to have the faith. That's the whole point of Christianity. And some people have gotten away from understanding the belief of God, and that's why they have gotten away from the specific energy of having the faith. And you have the faith, you have the belief, because it's not meant for everybody. Because God wanted to discern once He understood what it is that was going on, and chose specific people and a specific select few that were able to be the 144 and to be able to the understand and interpret what God is giving down to the 144 to give to the general collective. Let's see what's going on with the Lush Life Force. Somebody, oh, my throat is dry. Let's see what's going on. We got the lush life force. It says absorb the lush life force of nature, revitalizing your energy and invigorating your spirit. You have now done the things. I hope y'all can see it. You have now done the things to make you see how y'all was just at this energy. Y'all was just at this energy, right? How y'all get from this to this? Because you went through the dark night of the soul. You went through the healing. You went through the spiritual awakening, and then you delve deeper into opening that chakra of not just the third eye but the crown and the eighth chakra, and now you're transmuting the energy that is now being sent against you. You have now awakened the elements. That's what that is. You have now awoken the elements. You have either now awoken the sixth or the eighth sense. Because you were at this energy, remember? Then you went to this energy, right? You started to awaken, but somebody seen you on your journey. That's what the problem was. Somebody seen you on your journey, and they was watching. They was studying how to copy your flow, how to copy your style. They was trying to electrify themselves and hurt you. And I was gonna say electrocute, but they was trying to electrify themselves off of your energy. They was trying to electrify themselves off of your specific fruit. They was trying to eat from your tree. Hey, my love, they was trying to keep you stuck and stagnant. And what you ended up doing, you found the light at the end of the tunnel. You seen the power of the faith of the dear Heavenly Father. And what you ended up doing, what you get from, you went from this, so you went in. So this person tried to be your copycat, and they tried to keep you stuck, but you evolved. You showed them that you don't have the light of darkness. You have the gift for gab. You have the light of happiness. You have the light of peace, right? And they tried to make you take away what it is that you were doing. They tried to keep you stuck and stagnant. And you went from that to going through this transformation that they tried to put you through. And it's literally with the inferior echoes, and you ended up fighting this battle. I mean, echoes of elements. And then what ended up happening, you balanced it out. You literally balance it out. And it literally seems as if with balancing that, hold on. Because that's what it is. It took you a while to get there, or it's taking you it took you longer than expected in your mind, but you still got there. That's the point that I'm trying to make. You still got there. And whatever happened was you started to go within. That's what it seems like. And you started to have faith in going to God and understanding what it is that you wanted for yourself. Literally. And somebody tried to take something in some way, shape, or form so that they could do things negative, not only to you, so that you wouldn't remember or understand what it is that you could get through, but you wouldn't have the faith and the understanding that you have. Hello, my love. How are you, boo? You ended up attaining a state of crystalline clarity, seeing through illusions and gaining insight into the truth. And this is exactly what they didn't want. You seen past through and around the illusion because God started showing you different ways. He started making you see 360. He started making you see and evolving past what it is that you were supposed to see. Uh, evolving past what it is people wanted you to see. And you've seen that. Now you understand what this energy is and what the people were trying to do to you, and you took them and eliminated them out of your life. This was like the elimination chamber on WWE, literally with real resonance. You started to drift off, and you started to shake the room. You started to shake the room. You started moving and grooving, and it literally is as if that it's as if you weren't to be played with. Like once, like you know how like, and that's funny as freak to me. I can't cuss. I'm trying not to cuss. You literally were, and you know how like the elimination chambers on WWE. If y'all was a fan back in the day, I was a fan. Back in the day, when the elimination chambers would come out, and it would be like the little lights, and it would be do 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 do, and it's like literally the light shined on you, and God chose you. And once you stepped in the motherfucking ring, what God told you, He already knew that you was the next to last person. You know how like it was when it's the last two people and everybody like who gonna be next, who gonna be next, and you just like and they chose Duke. They said, "Oh, Duke," and it went to you. Everybody in the ring was scared. Everybody in the ring was like, "Oh shoot! Oh, it's about to go down. Here we go again. We it's going down." I'm yelling timber. You better move and you better dance. And that's the energy that it literally is given. You are Temptress transformation. They tried to take you stuck. They tried to make you stuck and stagnant and take you out of your energy. Literally with the temptuous transformation. And that was the first, this was the, when I was pre-pulling, this was literally the first card that I got before I got the pneumatic presence and the other card. I don't know what the other card was, but it was three cards specifically that I was shown before I got on live that I didn't take because it was like, no, I'm not gonna take these cards because it was as if they were trying to stop you. And that's the energy that it was. It was like it showed itself, but I was like, nah, this didn't pop out. It just flipped over, so I'm gonna just reverse it and just keep it pushing. But no, It literally seemed like they didn't want you to get resonant with the energy of elevation. They didn't want you to get in the energy of positive change, but connect with the resonant energy of the northern lights. Which, what is the northern lights? You're moving to the north. You're going to the North Star. What is the North Star? To me, in this specific scenario, is moving to the higher dimensions and moving to the higher self of understanding who God is. Because what is the one thing that we're trying to understand? Who created all of this? So you're moving to the higher self. You're moving to the higher realms because you're bored with what is happening on this 3D realm because things don't make sense right now. 31, 31. I mean 35, 31 as I say that. You are not allowing things to take you out of the energy of just being focused and centered on the what can be perceived because you know that you have to research, you know you have to study, you know that you can't just take everything for uh, a bag of money. You have to take things for a grain of salt. And you can't just let things be get you riled up so easily because you don't know until you research. Literally, with pneumatic presence. Didn't I just say this card? I just said this card. I said pneumatic presence and tempestuous transformation. And when I find the other card, y'all know I'm gonna gag y'all because I'm gonna know exactly what it was. Was it Rays of Radiance? Was it Rays of Radiance? I think it was Rays of Radiance because that's the only card that I haven't seen literally. And it literally is as if you shine bright further than you have ever seen your aura be able to do because you are now controlling the things beyond you. You are now getting back into the elements. And you're not just a ghostbuster, which is just a person that is a part of my tribe, but you also are an elementalist. You also a person of change. You also a person that brings change into people's lives. 13, as I say this, that literally means change. That means going through a unique situation. That means going through an evolution. That means literally evolving, literally. With the whirlpool wisdom, you're becoming the person that you seen yourself as when you got to the point of seeing a vision for yourself. And now you're keeping that in your mind and now you're evolving. Or you are getting further than you've ever gotten than being with people that were already negative and trying to downplay the things that you are now achieving. With the etheric ascendant. Didn't I just wow. Let me read the card. It says ascend through etheric realms. I cannot make this up. Read the card. Read the card. It says ascend through etheric realms, transcending earthly limitations and connecting with the divine. Didn't I just say this? Didn't I just say this? Put the attention. If y'all got the attention on y'all phone, put the attention in the chat. If y'all see this later, or if y'all see this now, put the attention in the chat because God is literally trying to speak to you through me. And I'm not even joking. I don't know how else to explain this. I do not know how else to explain this. It does not. These cards should not even say the things that I'm saying. And they're coming out dang near verbatim. It's coming out dang near verbatim because you're that synchronistic. You're that in tune because I said that at 38, 38. You're literally evolved into something way more, way more evolved into the belief that it's the faith, not the religion. And now you have evolved. You have now shown what it is that you were supposed to do. And that was to get the wisdom that was beyond the physical plane because you seen through what it is that the people were trying to take from you, which was your inheritance, which what it is that God was still placing on your life, regardless if you, because it was already meant to be in your life. It was already meant to change. It was meant to show you. You were meant for the change. You were meant to ascend and be in a higher place, in a higher position. You are not meant to stay in the position that you're currently in or the place that you were in months ago because you're not in the place that you were in a couple months ago. So why would God stop you from evolving? because you're already the chosen one. You're already one of the divinely chosen one ancestors, or the divinely chosen ancestor. You're the divinely ancestors chosen ones. There it is. You're the divinely chosen ones ancestors. You're the divinely ancestors chosen ones. My goodness. And whatever it is that they were trying to do, they were literally trying to put an illusion over you. They were literally saying they were trying to speak against your evolution. They were trying to speak against you. They were trying to speak against you. And you literally were guided. You were guided by the dear Heavenly Father. You may have not did it in the way that was traditional. You may have not even did it the way that it was modern. You have maybe made a new entire wave. You have drifted into a whole new territory that has nobody. Nobody has walked in your shoes. Nobody has walked in your shoes. So how are they gonna tell you how to move and what the way you need to move? Because there's examples. Those examples ain't walk with me. Them the only person that's walking with me is God and the Holy Spirit and Jesus Christ. And if we're gonna count the people, other people that I believe in, we gonna count all the religions because I believe in all of them. It's literally as if God is literally trying to keep you with Him, and that's what He literally is doing. He is keeping you with Him because you can control your own. You know the wave of the current because this is your wave. You understand that you have to balance yourself in order to keep the energy of rocking the boat without rocking the boat and doing too much. Because God is going to let you know to tread lightly, but also find and ride the wave and go the trail that He's taking you. And that's what you're doing. And you found land, actually. You have now found land because now you're grounded in the energy of the faith with ablaze with aurora. You have now balanced the energy of fire, having the fiery passion to love self. And it says, be ablaze with aurora, embodying the vibrant energies that dance across the celestial canvas. And confirmation. Now that you have done these things, you can now tap into different energies of the different realms that are of the higher vibration. Because now the chains have fallen. The chains are now broken and they have been fallen. And now you have evolved into getting into that position to see the other realms in the earthly realms. In the earthly realms without being of the earthly realm. Do you see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? You have now evolved. You have now done the things that you are supposed to do. Let's see, but with spark, with sacred spark. Did I just say you have? And this is the energy. Look, you have now accomplished this energy. You have now accomplished this energy. You have now done the evolution. You have now done. You have literally done. You have now worked on yourself. I'm not even joking. You have gotten so far in this journey called life. You have gotten so far in this journey called life, and what it is that you're doing, it should be understood that it's not just an average. You're not average or typical. Literally, literally, because you have literally gone into the energy of finding what it is that God wants for you, which is to grow and show and keep showing up. Keep moving forward. 43, 43. I meant to say 43, 42, but it said it at 43, 43. That was 42. I mean 43, 42. That's crazy. And how God is like right. He's always a right on time God. Just right there. Literally with the Aurora awakening. He put you through this awakening because you ended up not being subdued. You showed that you were wearing his faith, wearing his armor and his what is it called? His armor and his shield and his sword, and you were living in that. You weren't just doing the work. You weren't just living by the faith and not doing the work. You were living by the faith and doing the work. Literally, that's what you were doing. That's what you ended up doing with the. Come on now, these are the last few cards with the Horus, Horus. Isn't that a god, a spiritual god, Egyptian god? Am I not mistaken? Horus is the son of the soul. It's the sun. It's soul. That's what that means. You have awakened soul. You have awakened self. You have awakened yourself. You have awakened and evolved, and you have put the faith in not only self, but you have put the faith in the things that came before you, and not only that, the thing that made everything that came before everything, which is God. You have done the work. You have done the work, bro. I said if elemental, that's the card that I said that I wanted to come out. Elemental balance. But it wasn't this card that popped out. It was the card that I wanted to come out because if I knew I was right, you have balanced yourself out. You have done the balance. You have done the balancing work. And now you can literally wear the scale without shedding into being a snake. You can now get into the energy of balancing both the medicinal and the herbal energies, and not just be in the energy of shedding to be latching in a leech, because that's what you were around. You were around leeches, but you were never a leech. You would help those who would help you. You were a mutual. That's what it was. You were a mutual energy. Didn't I just say that? I was saying this before I got on live. You were a mutual energy. And that's why they thought that you were a leech, or they could leech off of you, because you were naive. You couldn't see through the things, but you seen through it. And they thought that you were crazy, but you weren't crazy. You seen through it. And that's why they tried to play these games with you, with the flowing waters. And so God started speaking to you. He started talking to your eighth chakra, and it went down to your crown chakra, so you could understand. Because you started changing and transforming what it is that God was saying, and you interpreted the best way that you could understand. And that's why it takes a while to download. And sometimes y'all could be tarot readers. I just said this. You literally have the things coming towards you. You have the energy coming towards you. It says dive into the fluidity of water, allowing the gentle currents to guide you through the emotional depths. You are literally, didn't I just say this? Where's gale force? It literally says, feel the strength of a gale force wind guiding you toward your true path and purpose. Mind you, this is the in-game card. This is the energy that this person did not want you to be in, because they seen your potential, but they saying that you didn't know. I just was trying to help you because I already knew where God was taking me. I knew God had something on my life. I just didn't know where he was taking me. I knew I was going to get there. I just didn't know how I was going to get there. I didn't know when I was going to get there, but I knew God was taking me where I was going. And that's why you have things coming to you. You have change coming to you. You have evolution coming to you, because you're not just letting the naysayers get the last laugh, because you're going through the change first and you're going to laugh later. That's the energy it's giving me. You're giving me the energy of, I'm going to go through the pain so I can get through the pleasure, or to the, not even pleasure, but to the, I'm going to get to I'm going to get through the pain to get to the prosperity, because I know that the prosperity is meant for me. That's what I'm gonna say it like. Because you have gone through the change. You have gone through the evolutions with Luminous Lagoon. You could have taken a spiritual bath, or you could have gotten and delved deeper into your spiritual faith. You got deeper into what your religion was, or your spiritual understanding was telling you. You got downloads, like I just said. Let me get 3 cards because I don't got a lot on this deck. Let's see what's going on with the oceanic omens and the floral frequencies. You have now balanced out the energy of literally decoding what God is telling you. It says decode the oceanic omens recognizing the messages and guidance that the waves bring you. You have literally balanced out your own wave with understand 49, 49. As I say this, you are now in the energy of balancing out what it is that God was supposed to put and bestow upon your life. And you're getting more in tune with understanding that it's also something that you want, because this is also a free world. You just passed the test of being the 144. That's the energy that it's giving with floral frequencies. Now things are aligning and coming towards you, because you are now. It says tune into the floral frequencies, connecting with the healing vibrations of nature's bloom. You have now tapped into the energies around you, and you have not only done the earth understanding of what would be magic, but it's not magic. It's just your natural aura. You have tapped into the things around you. You have tapped into the things around you. It's not just about doing moon magic. You can tap into the clouds if you want to, and that's why the clouds always look specific and they look weird. That's you. That's your mind, not mind playing tricks on you, but your mind letting you know that you are a part of what it is that God is created, because they shouldn't be. Your mind is overactive. Your mind is over not over imaginative. Your mind is overactive sometimes, and you can literally pinpoint with certain things. You be like, dang, that look like a dinosaur, or dang, that look like a chicken nugget, or dang, that look like this, dang, that look like that. And you have gotten into healing your inner child. You have healed your path and your purpose. It's not just you focusing on the now. You have healed a lot of energy that you have been through. And it's not just you have lived the life of what it means to understand and live. But you have now balanced out what it is that has came to you, what is coming to you, and what is showing you right now in this moment that you are a person of high ranking. You are high ranking in some way, shape, or form. And it's not just you trying to showboat. You really are. It's not a game. It's not a joke. It's not something that you're trying to be like funny about. It's like it's literally you have literally done the thing of going and making your own path. You have made your own path. You have made your own wave. And now you have found a bigger stream and a bigger river that connected you to God. And now you feel more in tune with what it is that's going on. And now you're healing the things around you. You're now giving plants and life that is around you specific water to produce and to not leach, but y'all have mutual benefit to help each other to find what it is that is called the centering of self, the balancing of going down this trail and blazing and making it ablaze with the aurora, which is just you ablazing with the elements of God, with elemental balance and aurora awakening. Literally. Some people are literally done doing that. Some people are tarot readers and they're part of the 144. 444 could be significant. 111 could be significant. And 1111 could be significant. And also 888. With flowing waters. Yeah, you are in your abundant energy. You are in your abundant energy. And whatever the energy that was trying to come against you is now having to suffer in silence because they got to watch you. Literally. With inferior echo, they now have to watch you bloom and see all the true colors of your form and see what it is that you can do. And now you're manifesting the things that you become. And now all of this is just all of it is. Do you see that? Do you see that? Do you see how all of this is now balanced out? All of the things are now coming in. It's not just one thing. It's not just one thing. It's like this, this, this. All of the things are now coming together to put the puzzle pieces together and put the pictures together. It's not just one specific thing. God is now showing you that it's not just about the past, it's not just about the present, it's about what it is that is happening for you, not to you. That's literally the energy that it is. What happened? When specifically in the Bible are you? Oh, how I don't know what's going on with glowing guy. I don't know if y'all talking in the comments together. I don't know what's happening. But whatever happened, it says glowing Gaia. You are getting into the energy of grounding yourself and not in just the energy. Oh, you were asking you were asking what it is that was going on that it be fixed. And God is literally showing you that you have went from this to this. Y'all see this? And look at how aligned you are. Look how aligned this literally is. Do y'all see that in the middle? That's like the seven chakras. You have now got past what it is the seven chakras are giving you. You have gone past the eighth chakra. You are now past what it is that the people thought that you were going to change. And you have evolved from that because you took the journey that God wanted you to take, because that was the path that you were supposed to take the whole time. And now you have flowing waters because you understand what was supposed to be coming towards you. You went. I'm a. You better tell your testimony because you don't went from this. You don't went from this because you came from this. You came from this. You came from this, and people were trying to still talk. No, you at this right now. You at this right now. You done evolved. You done did the things. Show sister Joe. Show sister Joe. You better chew. You better chew it down. You better eat because this with clear, crystal clear intentions. You know what it is that you want to do for yourself. You better chew it down, girl. No shade. You are chewing in the spirit. You are chewing in the spirit. Cause y'all remember, even in the Bible, it says when the end times are coming, because it's changed, it's not just ending necessarily. It's people gonna be going crazy here because a lot of stuff is going on. But when the end times were coming, people weren't gonna be hungry. Or the people of the God's chosen ones, or God, certain people weren't going to be hungry because they're going to be eating in the spirit because it's a spiritual war. They're going to be eating in spirit because it's spiritual warfare. And you have been eating with the luminous lagoons. Come on now. This is the clarifying the in game part with flowing waters. You have now taken the energy of just letting somebody leech off of you because you felt like it was the right thing for you to do because God was watching, to it being like, you better go on because this is not that. I was about to cuss, and y'all know I just said I wasn't gonna cuss. With the celestial currents, you have gotten past just being a person uh, of 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 nobility. You have gotten to a high status. You aren't just a noble, because a noble is of the physical realm. You are of the spiritual realm. You have high ranking. You have ascended. You are high ranking because you talk to the dear Heavenly Father. Because you're not just allowing people to tell you what God wants to tell you. And that's what the energy is. Hold on, y'all. Let's see what's going on. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you guys are blessed and highly favored. I hope you guys are doing what it is that you need to do to get to the point of understanding where it is that you are going, because that's the energy it really giving me. It's giving me you are going to the wheel of fortune. You are going to your destiny. You are going to your destiny. I'm not doing that again. I don't want to be doing this. You are moving to your destiny. Okay. Period. I know that's right. You have a mission, and you will not be deterred. What's this card? With Earthbound Bliss. I just this I listen. God works in mysterious ways. Hey, my love. I remember you, boo. Hey, how are you, my love? Hey, my boo. How are you? I think I just seen you like a couple weeks ago, like not too long ago. Yeah, with the Two of Swords. Somebody literally, you mastered the energy of being not in a stalemate, but being able to stand still in your own energy. You have mastered being able to be still and being isolated. You have mastered the energy of being in solitude because you are not in the energy of needing other people's approval with the Three of Cups. You are not in the energy of allowing people to tell you what to do. It went from the two to the three, so five could be significant because you aren't with the foolishness. You don't need all literally. You don't need all of the people to show you that you have the foundation, you have the things that you want, and the things that you are about to desire. Because people will turn on you and try and take from you just in that very same breath. Who do that? Not me. Not over here. With the Eight of Swords, somebody wants to. Somebody was trying to, or a group or people of people was, and I just seen Luminous Lagoon was trying to do magic to keep you stuck. And that's exactly what I don't know why the Three of Cups is giving me that energy. But somebody was working, a group of people were working together to keep you stuck. And it didn't work out. It only took you through a dark night of the soul. And you seen through it. With the devil card. With the devil card. Somebody was working with evil entities. Evil people were working together in cahoots to try and keep you stuck and stagnant. And you seen because you're a seer and they're not thinking, and I don't think they get paid to think. I think they just get paid to do stupid. They get to pay to do stupid things. I'm to Nine of Pentacles because they jealous of you. They jealous of your work. They jealous of your work ethic. They jealous of what you can build for yourself. They're literally at a point of being jealous of you just based off of the energy that you exude, your aura alone, your aura and your energy alone, because you have evolved past. Not what is this card? What is you evolved past with the winds of change? You've evolved past letting people keeping you stuck and stagnant. You move when, oh, thank you, boo. You are in the energy. It says embrace the ever shifting energies of the air, inviting change and fresh perspectives into your life. You have evolved past just letting the change in the wind, like you know how the current confirmation, you know how currents of the wind just sometimes like it's like gusts. Like it's not always the wind that is crazy, it be the gust. Usually the gust will get you. Like you know how sometimes it'll randomly do random things in the air that'll literally be like make you like this when you walk in, or when you get into the house, or when you girl when you got to get to the car, and you like nah that wind is crazy. That wind is crazy. No, it's the gust because people are trying to blow you off kilter, trying to blow you off balance because whatever you're going to your destiny. You just don't see it as that. You got to change your perspective. You got to change what it is that you think because people is enemies around you. New levels, new devils. Somebody's around you trying to keep you stuck and stagnant, or somebody was around you that was trying to keep you stagnant, and you said move out the way, move out the way. Get. What did you say? You said stay and get thee behind. Saying get thee behind me. Saying get thee under and beneath me. Actually, you don't get behind me. You get under and beneath me because we don't do that around here. You don't need to be near me. I need you to understand that you are not that pulled up. You're not that girl. You're not pulled up. Like how child. With the world card. With the world card. How many cards is this? with the world card. All of these major arcana. You have completed a situation because you are balanced. You balance yourself out. Confirmation. You have balanced yourself out. You're not in the energy of letting someone taking you from your inheritance. You're not allowing that. You're literally not. And it literally was as if this person thought that love was going to change you, but this person didn't even have love for you. They have less. And they was trying to present it like, oh, it's love. No, they don't understand the difference between, or they learn it now. They learn it now. They learned it now. They don't want to lose you with the Emperor card. They want to be the divine masculine. They want to be in this light. They want to be in this energy, but they can't sit in the throne of, or sit in that seat. They can't sit in the seat of being an emperor because they barely even showing you what it means to, what it means to literally not even be a person of I'm trying to be nice, a person of nobility. They are trying to make themselves to be this king, and they're not even a prince. They're not even a prince. They're just demonic. They're just not. They just are evil, and they're trying to keep you stuck and stagnant and attached to them. At one point in time, you thought that there was a lot of love being presented and being shared with you. No, this person was just uh a, I just heard a lug nut. Y'all know what a lug nut is on a car? I don't know why I just heard that. And you know how it keeps the tire on the actual car, the tire on the car. They thought that they were a lug nut, and they was gonna keep you firm in your energy. And if they popped off, that the whole tire was just gone, and it was gonna give that. No, you were already sturdy. You already had the gift for gab. Like I said, you already had that groundedness and knowing that this person wasn't this person at one point in time was meant for you, but that was when you were that person. You have evolved past that. You have evolved past it. And literally you have evolved past it. You thought that one point in time that the image that you made of them was the image that was supposed to be the reality. And when you realize that this person wasn't meeting that specific, I just put a short up of saying this, and it was an old video. I'm watching some videos, and I'm just like, wow, I said this so long ago, and it's literally as if you have evolved into a bigger, better bi. You have evolved into a better one, specifically for divine feminine. If you're a divine masculine, this woman is literally getting better for you, literally. You are not allowing the energy of people to play with you anymore. With the Emperor, you have balanced out your own masculine energy. You don't have to be 100% masculine to balance out your masculine energy. Especially if you're divine feminine, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be Shira. With the Magician card, you have all the resources that you need. With the Magician card, Aries and Sagittarius energy, and Aries energy, and Scorpio energy, and Capricorn energy. Somebody was trying to be a toxic tie, and you broke the chain. You completed the cycle. You weren't allowing this person or these people to be like, oh yeah, you uh you are the one that is supposed to be with. I'm supposed to be with. No, you started honing in on your own energy and working on yourself. You started working on yourself in some way, shape, or form. And it started to show you that you can go after the things that you intuitively feel drawn to with the Knight of Cups. I would say the Knight of Swords, but the Two of Swords. And it literally took you out of this energy of being stuck and stagnant, literally. And then with the actual work that you were doing, didn't I just say you was putting in that work with the faith? Didn't I just say that? I just said you was putting in that work with the faith. You won't just working to stay in the faith. You were doing that the work and in the faith. Y'all see what I'm saying? You was doing that. So you got back into your word, you got back into your energy that you were supposed to be in, right? And so with the A four, I was gonna say the Eight of Pentacles. I don't know why I just said the Eight of Pentacles, but with the Four of Pentacles, you were not allowing, and you are not allowed. This person, whoever this energy that was trying to stop you, they were not allowed. They were not allowed in some way, shape, or form. They were not allowed. With the people that were trying to keep you stuck and stagnant, they were trying to say that you were square. They were trying to say that you weren't in the energy of being the highest of your ranking, and God had to show them who you really were, because that was in the past. Now you're better than you really were. Is who you really are. Now the energy of now you're in the energy of changing and evolving into something better. Now they want to come in and see what it is that they can do to either to try and keep you stuck and stagnant, literally. They're trying to still no, they're trying to copycat you now. Now they in the energy of, you know how like Goku, and y'all, this is very specific. When Goku was in the chamber, and but right before he got into with Frieza, and he was in that chamber and he kept saying just a few minutes more, just a few minutes more, just a few minutes more, and then randomly popped out, and then y'all know that whole scene. If you watch, if you know, you know. That's the energy it's giving me. They thought that you weren't going to be ready for the battle. They thought that you weren't going to be ready for the war. And when you came back, you had to let these people know. And now they in anxiety. Now they didn't know. Now they didn't know. Like, oh. You was whipping hoes. That's the energy that it was giving me. That's the energy. With the King of Pentacles, you grounded yourself in your faith. You grounded yourself in your faith, and you jumped from something to something else. You jumped from the Eight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. You jump from the Eight of Pentacles to the Four of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. 8 plus 4 equals 12. You have understood the knowledge of what it is that keeps you grounded in the energy of the faith, and you're working towards that. You keep putting in that work towards that because you realize that the faith that you were working towards was working with you, and you were having the mutuals. You were the mutuals. You were mutually benefiting from the things that was happening. You were benefiting from the Nine of Wands while people were trying to keep you stuck and stagnant. And now you're working hard towards this specific energy. You're not just it's not in vain. It is not all in vain. I'm gonna say this again. It is not all in vain because the resources are coming in. The resources are about to come in. And if they haven't already, some people are already on the energy of seeing the work and the God works through them and still having the faith. So you are literally just believing. Literally. You are in the energy with the Hierophant, the Page of Wands. You are literally getting back into your childlike energy, and you are now listening to what God is giving you. And you're listening and studying what God is giving you. You're not just listening, you're studying it. You like, I know God just told me this. Like, I know God just said this. And that's why it's so weird how the cards come out, because I be saying stuff and God really just pop out and be like, nope, you right. Nope, you said this, and this is what I kind of mean. And I'm saying it in the best way that I can interpret it because I'm channeling, literally, with the Three of Wands. And that's what it is. You're manifesting. You are manifesting. This is the mini manifesting card with the Magician card for me. This is the mini manifesting card. You are now in the energy with the Nine of Wands, going past what was keeping you stuck. You have reached the finish line. You have reached the destination. And now the destination is now taking you on a whole different mission that you didn't even think you were going on. And that's something that is top secret. Whatever mission that you're going on, you have to keep to yourself because it's your mission that is specifically destined for you. Now the energy with the High Priestess. I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. You are now, look at, I cannot make this. I'm telling y'all, but I know good. You have a world that lives inside of you. And you can't let the people keep you telling your business, because whatever you were doing, you were moving, you were, like you said, moving in silence, but no, you were moving towards your goal. You were moving towards, yep, with the Nine of Cups. You were moving towards your goal. You were moving towards the things that God was trying to place in your life. And because you were doing that, people were trying to play with your intuition, and you started to balance yourself out. And now you're in harmony. Now you're in harmony because you understand what God was supposed to give you. Because you have known all your life you were supposed to be a certain way. You were supposed to live a certain way because you were royalty. And you are royalty. You were at one point, and maybe in the past life is what I just heard. You are royalty. You are royalty. Yeah. But in a past life, you were royalty. But you weren't treated such in this lifetime. And that's not you not understanding. With the Ace of Cups, now with the in-game card, now you about to get all that and more, and now you're gonna be able to I just heard Spend It by Summer Walker. I don't know why that song came up with the Ace of Wands. Didn't I just say with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups? No problem, love. No problem, boo. Literally with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. Now that you have manifested the new opportunity using your intuition, and now you have manifested new opportunities, because it's not just one opportunity. It seems as uh, if you were in the energy of with the Three of Wands coming back out, manifesting. And now that you are getting to that, you have a foundation of understanding what is meant for you. You have now done the things. You have now done the things of manifesting so that the doors could be open so that you could walk in and not have such it could be like it you don't want your I don't know how to explain this. You don't want a old house that was already built for somebody else. You want your own home. You want your own. You want to be in God's house, if that makes sense. You want it to be specifically designed for you. Is the energy that I'm getting. And you with the Three of Swords are separating from anything that is taking you from the energy that you're supposed to be in. And you are sometimes it feels like you're isolating yourself. But it's not isolating. You're preserved. God is preserving you to keep your energy for the things that is actually meant for you. With the Judgment card, that's why people try to judge you, but God is the one that's judging them. God is the one that's judging them. And you've seen through what this 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 failed attempt of trying to put you through some sort of tactical plan to keep you stuck. I'm gonna say it like that because it doesn't seem like necessarily ritual based. It could have been a ritual with the Four of Cups because it was failed. It was a failed attempt. So how was it a ritual if it was failed? Anyway, with the Four of Cups, this person or these group of people thought that keeping you stuck and stagnant was going to stop you from getting to the divine and stop the divine from giving you messages. And now that they realize that you are divinely protected, they can't do anything but try and join your team. Now they see, now they crying in sorrow, now they weeping in their bushes, they stuck in sorrow trying to make sure that you don't get to a specific energy of evolving, and now they're stuck in sorrow because they're not in the energy that you're in because you have breaking news. You are the one that is evolved and evolving into higher ascendance, and they thought that they were doing better than you because they either were jealous or that not even jealous of your money, but they were jealous of your light. They were jealous of what it is that you can pursue and what it is that you can do, and not just be stuck and stagnant in the energy that they were in at your age or something like that, or they were in with the Seven of Swords that they were stuck in when you were, or yeah, with the Empress card at the bottom of with the Empress card and the Emperor card. Didn't I just see this? You have balanced out your masculine and your feminine energy. You have reached the pinnacle of life that most people don't reach. That's why you're about to get some sort of blessing. You got to balance out the masculine and the feminine. That's why you're God's chosen one with the Magician card. You used your resources that was sent to you, and you used them with goodwill and not ill will. And now that you have done the things that you needed to do, you are cleansing the energy of the earth, and not just what is around you. Claim it, child. Put it in the comments. Y'all saying y'all claim it. Thank you so much. Because this right here, I'm claiming this. No shade. No shade. No shade. Because we all are supposed to be ever more changing. We're all supposed to be in the energy of evolving. So it's not to be or to succumb to what the world is trying to put in front of you. You have now gotten into the energy of shifting what the what the world is trying to put in your energy and throw it back at them. You've transmuted the energy. You've transmuted the energy. You have now evolved. And whatever this you have separated from the negative side of of what it is that they were trying to throw at you. You have now separated what it is that is good and bad. You are now using your discernment. You are now using your discernment. With the King of Cups, you have mastered the artistry of self, is what I just heard. You have mastered the artistry of self to the best of your ability. And it's going to keep changing because every day is a different day. It's not just confirmation. It's not just because every day is a new task. It's not just mastery and just stay there. You have to master self and keep doing it because it's a specific task to do. That alone is a mission. That's a side mission that you have to keep and maintenance and maintain the body that God has given you so that you can show up and keep going. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Literally. With the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. Come on. Come on. Be for real. And this is the end game. That's the top, because God is always going to be the top of the line, and that's why I chose that picture. God is always going to be the top, the head, and not the tail, but He will be the beginning, middle, and end in any way, shape, or form. And it doesn't matter what any hoe got to say. No shade. And excuse me, dear Heavenly Father. But whatever happened, you are now working with the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. You are now walking away from the negative people or the negative things that was trying to stop you in life and walking towards God and walking towards the faith and putting in that work so that you can stay in the vibration. And people thought that you weren't going to be able to do it. But now you don't walk away from it. You don't walk away from it. And now what's about to happen? Ooh, now all the toxic things that they done did to you is about to come back to them. Literally. With the hermit. Now the process that they're gonna have to try. They're gonna try and walk your path. They're gonna try to walk in your faith and try and evolve like you evolve. And they're not even understanding that that's the whole point, and that's why they stuck. So they about to just look stupid as hell. Excuse me, Lord. Excuse me, dear Heavenly Father. Because it literally seems they're just about to look stupid. They about to look dumb because the path that you were walking in is different. Everybody's path is different. They're trying to walk in your path because your path seemed like it was easy, and they still not understanding that the walk is different than the actual picture. The walk is actually different than outside looking in. You're outside. You hate it from outside of the club. You can't even get in. So what makes you think that looking out? You're not even looking outside of the window. You hearing the music from the daggone busting from the daggone brick walls because it's a brick house in here. This is a brick home, and you sitting here trying to take what it is that I'm building. You can't even paint the walls in this household with the Four of Swords. You better lay it to rest. You might want to. You can't. Miss Thing, with the Six of Swords, you might want to, girl. You might tread carefully. You might want to tread carefully with the Six of Swords, because it seems to me that somebody was trying to play with you. And girl, you about to windmill up out of there. You about to windmill up out of there for real. This person thought that with the Four of Wands that they could play with your destiny with the Four of Pentacles, but you showed up and showed out because God showed up and showed out for you because you showed up and showed up. You showed up for him and you showed out. Where's that deck that I love? Where's the deck that I love? I don't know where it's at right now. Um. Oh yeah, let me use this. Let's see what's going on. I hope everything, see blessings, blessings with free spirit. I hope everything is going well with everybody. I hope everybody is doing good. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new here, please like, comment, share, and or subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you get notified when I post. This YouTube is about spirituality, reality, comedy, and holistic healing. If you like any of those things, please go ahead and join the Patsties. That just stands for predictions, astrology, tarot, and social culture. And you can go ahead and subscribe if you would like to do that. That just gets you out there more to someone that is here to help you, like me, and it is going to help you move forward and to propel you to higher realms. Because honestly, it seems like I have a specific tribe that's already here, and I thank you guys so much. We're almost at 19K. I appreciate you. No, I appreciate my Ghostbusters and the Ghostbuster family. I love everybody. I love all of my people. I love the observers. I love my people. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and get started into the oracle. What's going on? And if y'all would want to go ahead and donate to my Cash App is literally right here so that I can get more tarot cards. I would greatly appreciate it, y'all. Usually I change and hold that in because I took it off the wall. It did look cute. Let me fix it. Let me fix it. I took it off the wall because y'all couldn't see it. But that's my Cash App if y'all wanna thank you, boo. But if y'all wanna go ahead and give donate so that I can get more tarot cards. I'm gonna get some more, but it's specific ones that I want, and I was gonna get them off of like certain like TikTok or like something like that. So let's see what's going on. Anything will help. Oh, I have a registry. I have a registry actually. So if you want me to put in the comments later after this video, or just put in my link tree, I'll definitely do it. And because I'm going live later today anyway, so I'm gonna do it before then. With Dive Deep, whatever happened, you ended up going into self with the gentleness, and now you're coming out better than you've ever been. I keep saying this energy. You are now in the energy of you. I heard you cried out to God. That's what I just heard. I just heard you cried out to the dear Heavenly Father. Okay. I will put it in my link tree. I'll put it in my link tree. Let's see what's going on. But the crazy thing is, I keep forgetting to do that. Like I was trying to do it, and then every time I do it, was some sort of like, it was some yeah with healing. You always feel like one step forward and two steps back, and that's exactly the energy that I was in. It was like one step forward and two steps back. But I don't want to talk about that right now. Anyway, you had to with friendship. You literally are in the energy of getting back with not even self, but getting back with the people that you love and the people that's supposed to be around you, with friendship and healing. Literally. You're getting to the energy of being around your family members. You're getting into the energy of being around with the patients. You're in the energy of that. I don't know exactly what this energy is entailing other than you evolving, or you have gotten into the energy of not being in uh dull energy. That's the energy that I said at first. You have now seen yourself as being in the light. I appreciate y'all with abundance. Now you have gotten into the energy of the things that you are supposed to get into. And the thing that it is that with the miracles, things can happen and things are now happening to you. And that's the energy. That's crazy that y'all are saying this. And I'm telling you, I'm taking this message. I'm taking this message. I usually don't take a full message. I usually do not take a full message that I'm reading. I'm taking this message. No shade. This message is beautiful. This is and I haven't I don't even read messages this beautiful this often. So this is a beautiful message. And I want to say shout out to everybody. No shade. This is literally with contentment because you came out of this energy of being stuck and stagnant and being in dull energy. That's literally crazy. If y'all gonna get so I'm telling y'all, wait till I'm finished with this album. Wait till I'm finished with the things that I'm doing because literally y'all know I make music, but it literally seems to me as if whatever that they were trying to do, they were trying to stop you, bro. They were trying to stop you from getting to this creative wild side that was trying to propel you forward, that God gifted you with. So now it seems to me with the ask for help, you had to hone in on the exact thing that they didn't want you to do, which was talk to God. You have now gotten into the energy of talking to the dear Heavenly Father with the decisions. And now God is making the decisions. Now God is showing you, just take the path. Just I'm going to show you the way. Just take that leap of faith. Just take that leap of faith. And that's what you ended up doing. That's what you ended up doing. And now you have the divine ancestor support, because not only are you listening to God and the dear Heavenly Father himself, you are now listening to the ancestors, because it's all connected. You're listening to I call them the divine council. You're listening to the divine council. If you get on this live, I'm gonna start calling them the divine council, okay? I'm gonna start calling the God, dear Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, the divine council. Period. That's just what it is, because it's not just one religion that I can hear and understand. Because God is the God of all gods, right? But it's literally the understanding of, it's not just, because I have multiple countries that listen to me. It's not just, it's a mystery how God works. God works in mysterious ways. And he literally is showing you that you can't just take him out to be a specific person, because people try to idolize God, and you should, but you should also understand that you should understand self, because God is the head and not the tail. God is first, right? And that's what helps you see what it is that's going for you, because you're a seer. It's not a bad thing to be able to see and to be able to grasp the elements that are around you without even touching cards, without even using bones, without even, you can just do that naturally. That is a God-given talent. You're an elementalist. There's no other way else to explain it. You're an elementalist. So I want to shout y'all out for real, because that is something that you need to tap into, you need to move forward with, because you are not in the energy of a regular person. You are not regular. You do things that is abnormal, and you need to let go of people that don't treat you as royalty. Literally, they don't want to treat you as such, like you're not a person, not of the modern way of what, not even modern, the traditional way of what royalty is being taught to, because that was in the hierarchy, that was perceived by the hierarchy. You have to make it to the point of your own, because it's a new way that you're creating with the memories and mysteries. You are now creating some sort of lasting impression that is now creating some sort of higher ranking, not just it, because mind you, in the spiritual realm it trickles down. So you are now, because you have fought the battles of going against these people, because like I said, these people were trying to come up against you in some way, shape, or form in the spiritual realm, while other people that already knew you in the spiritual realm from past lives was already getting people and gathering people together to make sure that when this spiritual fight happened, you were on the right side of history. You were on the right side of the situation, because whatever was happening was keeping you uh stuck, was the motivation to keep you. That was their mission. But it didn't keep you. It kept them stuck, and it kept them in the energy that you were supposed to be, that they wanted you to be in, with the waiting. Because they were stuck. They was like, now when is this gonna hit this person? And then come to find out, when it hit, it didn't last long, because God was already wrapping himself around you with acceptance. God was already wrapping himself around you, because he's seen that you were his chosen one. He's seen that you were a part of the chosen ones. And he's seen that you talk to him. You have conversations. Hello. You have constant conversations with the dear Heavenly Father in some way, shape, or form. And because you already talking to me, one of his chosen ones, of the 144, you're a chosen one. You're a part of that collective as well, with relaxation and feelings. You can now brush your shoulders off. You can now take that, because you have made it a part of not just the 144, but God's chosen ones. It's a difference. The 144 is the ones that get the messages. The chosen ones are the ones that are learning and interpreting, so that the it won't be a legend. It will, because the Christianity, and not just Christianity, a lot of religions have myths, and because it's written history now, God is now coming back and honing in on his people to go to different outlets and to ablaze a new flame in a new trail. In a new trail is what I want to say. A blazing a flame in a new trail. And that's what you have done. And because you have done that and taken that mission upon yourself, that was something that was supposed to happen. And now you're thinking the dear Heavenly Father, because you have now evolved into something beyond what it is the people around you thought that you were going to achieve. You have now broken out of that box. You have now broken free. You have now gotten into the point of seeing what it is that was was keeping you stuck. That's the energy that it was. Yep, and you had to walk away from this. You had to turn away from this because you knew that it was not getting you to this point of evolution with gratitude. And you've seen past this with the positivity. Now you are now. Didn't I just say in the past one confirmation? Didn't I just say in the past one of these past specific spreads that I just pulled on this table is that you are now walking away from this negativity with the Three of Swords. I said that with the Three of Swords, you are now walking away from that energy that was separating you from getting to this divine inheritance, to this divine blessing, which was ascending you past what it is that you know. And that was the geological wisdom as well. The geological wisdom, that ain't too far away. Hold on. That, listen, I ain't playing. I am not playing. Look, geological wisdom. That was the first card. That was the third card of the first spread that I had. You literally have gotten to the point of finding the wisdom. You have gotten to the point of seeing past the physical realm. You have seen into the 5D. You have seen into the other dimensions because your eighth chakra is higher than what it is that the normal person or the average person can unlock. Most people don't even unlock the seventh chakra, but they're just now awakening to do that. You have unlocked the eighth chakra, and that is now helping you be able to download the messages that God wants to send to you. You have done that. You've outdone yourself there, baby. Okay, my love. No worries. No worries. And that's why the caption says this on the title. It says that you have a third eye decalcification because you're getting the messages downloaded in the third chakra. And so now you're awakening. Now you're healing yourself. Now you're doing the things that you need to do because you have done the work previously. And now it's starting to show physically because it's spiritual. It's a spiritual fight, but it's spiritual and then it's the physical realm because spiritual becomes before the physical. That's why God comes before man, people, God, God before man. Remember that, okay? Let's see what it is that's going on. Let's see what it is. Let me see. Do I have another? Let me get another thing. Uh, let's see what's going on for the collective. With the King of Wands and the Empress. The King of Wands and the Empress. With the Two of Swords. Why the Two of Swords keep popping out? Because you mastered the energy of being not only with the Two of Swords, there was 22 people in the live, literally. Somebody thought that you, with the Two of Swords, were going to be stuck in the energy, and you have mastered the ability to be in solitude by yourself. You have mastered that. And that's why people are in their feelings, but they have to take it, they have to accept it. Because God is choosing you. God is choosing you. You are not allowing this energy to keep you stuck and stagnant. You're not allowing that. What's going on with the Tower card? But they're trying to come back and start. That's why this person keep being in your energy with the Tower card. This person feels. I feel like this person is a stalker. This person is watching you. With the Ace of Cups, they're trying to come in all nice and relax. And it seemed like that they were trying to the whole time with the Queen of Pentacles play with your groundedness. That literally seemed that energy has been coming out recently. This person was trying to play with your energy. with the Two of Cups in reverse. It was a past relationship. Didn't I just say this? A past relationship, ex. This person was trying to play with your whole union with the divine ancestors and the God and the divine council. It literally seems as if this person was trying to keep you stuck and stagnant. And now you're about to get some sort of foundation because the foundation that you have built is not suitable for the life that you want to build. Literally, you flip the situation with the Ace of Wands. Didn't the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups just come out on the last spread? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? In the last spread, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups came out back to back. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. This is literally as if with the Ten of Swords, somebody tried to betray you with some sort of cup of love, and it made you hone in on your specific energy to manifest the things that you were supposed to manifest. And instead of you standing down and getting stuck, you started at least crawling. And once you started crawling, you started walking. Once you started walking, you started to get the things that were up against you out of your energy. And what did you do? You started taking it slowly, one at a time, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 month at a time. And now you built up enough energy to get past what these people were trying to take from you, which was your intuition. These people were trying to take your intuition, trying to take your balance. These people were trying to celebrate off of your energy, off of your downfall, and they couldn't do it. They couldn't be successful in doing it because God don't like ugly, and that was very mischievous and ugly to do to somebody. And they weren't allowed to do it. They have some sort of news coming in that the stuff that they were trying to do to you is about to boomerang back on them. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this is bad news for them. So do I really give a F? No, I don't. No, I don't. You walked away from this person for a reason. This person was a malicious, mischievous impersonator of the divine masculine. This person was an impersonator. That's what I just heard. This person was an impersonator. This person had so many burdens and so many baggages that you were tired of the situation. 8 plus 9. I mean, 8 plus 10 equals 9. You weren't allowing this person to put these burdens on you no more. With the 10 of Wands and the 10 of Swords, you weren't allowing this person to put this burden on you or putting this burdens on you. Hello. I think I've seen you before too, my love. How are you? You weren't with the Lover's card. You were in a situation with somebody in the past. It could be a past situation that this person was trying to. It was that this person was trying to do something towards you to make you feel like with the Five of Pentacles that you weren't, or you couldn't, or you shouldn't, or you wouldn't. And now that you have left this situation behind, now you have left this situation behind, you are now getting to you are now getting to the Nine of Pentacles. Because 18, 1 plus 8 equals 9. 10 plus 8 equals 9, literally. You have gotten to the Nine of Pentacles. You have evolved past what it is that was supposed to the naysayers expected you to do. With the 10 of Pentacles. Come on. Come on. Come on. Y'all got to be for real. With the 10 of Pentacles, you have already manifested the things that is coming to you. And you got to keep it a secret. Confirmation. You got to keep it a secret because people are preying on your downfall, literally. We got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Wands because you have done the things that you needed to do to get to a point where God is saying, I gotta show the world what you're capable of doing. With the Seven of Cups because people were trying to keep you stuck and stagnant. They were trying to put a mask over your talent. They were trying to put a mask over your faith. They were trying to put a mask over your religion. And now the things have come in. You are not in with the Hierophant. You have now gotten into the energy of balancing yourself out in some way, shape, or form with the element with with the elemental harmony, I mean the forest harmony and the elemental balance, have now grown from seeing what the future has to hold for you. You have now grown because God has shown you the future. Because only God can do it. You started to God gave you that talent. God gave you that talent alone. Some people have that talent with the seven of wands. So you're standing your ground on what you are going to achieve and what you want for yourself. You're not allowing people to come in and try and keep you stuck and stagnant with the daggone two of wands. Somebody was trying to keep you stuck and stagnant and try and put you in a tower moment. Somebody wanted you to suffer. Somebody wanted you to go through something that they go through, but you already done went through worse. So what you went through in the past doesn't even compare to what you could go through in this what you done went through in this lifetime. And they thought that what they were putting you through was worse than what you went through. And what you went through is worse than what they put you through. So now they thought that you was gonna allow this person to just keep coming back in. I already done went through something worse than this. So I already done seen what you capable of. Why the fuck why in the world would I put you in a situation of us building together? You had to lay down the law with the Queen of Swords. You have to lay down the law of the land, because honey, this is my territory. You're not about to get into my kingdom. You're not getting into my kingdom. The Lord with the whale card, you were being defensive and you weren't allowing them to take over a overstep your boundaries because God was watching. The dear Heavenly Father was watching what it is that you were doing. And so you had to set the example, and you're now the standard of what God is now allowing for you in your specific situation, because you have now took it and put in that work, or you're putting in that work, or you're going to put in that work, literally, with the Page of Cups. And people thought that you were going to be shortchanged or chump changed. That's not the energy that it's giving. It's not giving chump change or short change. You already have the water already built around you. You don't need this fake cloth or this fake image of this water. You already have the water in natural in its purity. You have it natural and pure. And they thought they were going to chump change you and try and shortchange you. You already knew the exact change. They can't shortchange nothing because you already knew exactly how much money you were supposed to get back before the cash register dinged up. Because you already knew how much money you had. Stop playing with her. Stop playing. Don't play with her. Don't play with her. Hello? With the King of Cups, this person thought they was gonna play with you. They thought they were gonna be a manipulator and you seen through their bullshit. This person was trying to play with your heartstrings, and you done been through that. You done been through emotions like that before, and they thought that they were going to do what they're now in. They thought they were going to put you in the energy that they're now in. Because now, confirmation, they look stupid. They look dumb. They look dumb, bro. They look dumb. And then they're trying to come in to try and offer you something because they toxic. And the devil keep coming out. The devil keep coming out because for some reason they thought that this scheme, this plan of keeping you bound and tied to them was going to leave you wasted and drunk and confused and depressed. I heard D could be significant, but somebody wanted to, yeah, with the devil card, D could be significant. I don't know why I just heard D. Like D'Angelo, could the song Untitled could be significant is what I just heard. But whatever happened, this person was trying to, with the Six of Cups, trying to, wow, that's crazy because that's what that song kind of is about. It's literally as if somebody was trying to tell you a message or give you a message of love. And what it is that they were trying to do was keep you stuck and bound to them. And they couldn't even show you what real love was because they didn't understand. And now you're about to get a whole new relationship with somebody trying to come in and show you real love because you have evolved past seeing what it is that self love is, toxic love is, and now you're about to see not only real love, because you probably already done seen that before as well, but it hasn't been in the energy of consistency. You've seen it, but it hasn't been consistent. Somebody's about to show you consistency of what it means to have an inner child healing and an inner child love of somebody that's on your level. I say, my love. With the Seven of Pentacles, somebody that you're going to be able to work with, somebody that you're going to be able to build with in some way, shape, or form, and you're not allowing anybody that is causing you to lose what it is that is the faith. with the Four of Pentacles. You standing firm. You standing close to what God wants for you with the Two of Swords, because people at one point wanted you to be stuck and not have this manifestation and start from scratch and not being able to get to this point of evolution. I love you too, my dear. I love all my people. Love y'all. I swear we on the last reading. We're on the last spread. Let's see what's going on. Oh, what was that? Oh, okay. I was about to say, girl, because I just got a turtle. Y'all want to see my turtle? I just got a turtle. I got a glass turtle. Y'all see this? Y'all see my turtle? I'm gonna get a pet soon, but I wanted to get a turtle. A glass turtle. Y'all see this? It's cute, isn't it? I like it. And it got like really intricate details. Like it's really cute. Even though it doesn't have a thing at the thing, I like it at the top. Thank you. I like it. Let's see what's going on. I can't do the full. Look, we got holy in the middle of the day. Because you're protected and guided by God, you are now about to get these miracles and these blessings. And people gonna be people, you gonna have to stun a little bit, but don't stun too much. Feel yourself, because that's the point. God wants you to stunt just a little bit. Because they tried to end you. They tried to stop you from getting to this inheritance, to get to this blessing. They tried to stop you from seeing your family member, or to stop you from I don't know why that just specifically came out. To stop you from seeing what it is that you were supposed to achieve, because you and this family member were close, is what I'm hearing. I don't know why I'm getting this. Like, this is specific. This is a specific. Somebody in the family was trying to keep you from your family member before they went away to a whole nother energy, and that they transformed into a whole nother body, if y'all get what I'm saying, a whole nother energy. I'm not, they passed away, girl. And it seems like somebody was trying to keep you from this person because y'all had a better relationship than the other person that was trying to keep you away from this person that you had a great bond with. And that could be significant. But let's see what's going on. What's going on for the divine collective, spirit guides, angels, guides, and ancestors? They could be a Virgo. Virgo could be significant with financial issues. The cosmic veil. Yep. Somebody tried to cloak and try and pretend like they weren't trying to keep you stuck and stagnant, and the whole time that they were, with Capricorn. Earth sign energy with Virgo. Let's see what's going on. Oh, we got sin coming, almost coming out, and career growth. See, somebody thought that, yep, with love, that they were going to be able to come in some way, shape, or form and halt you from getting to some sort of elevation. Oh, thank you so much, love. I'll do that. I'll definitely do that. I'll put it on my big tree. But somebody literally was trying to take your self love and transmute it into love for their self, like destiny swapping in a way, and stop you from your elevation. They were trying to stop you from your elevation in some way, shape, or form with divine union. They were trying to stop you from this Yep, because they have depth of ego. Because and that's what this union is about to be about. You ended up going through an ego death in this past X situation, or this past situation. And with this divine union, you're now about to manifest this balance of not just self love, but love of someone that is outside of the family or the friends. It's literally with Aries. You're about to have a new spark, a new flame with the energy. Like you're literally about to, you literally with Italy. You're about to go, isn't Italy? No, that's France. I just seen Italy and France. You are now in the energy of finding love in places that you didn't think you were going to be able to go in or be around with illusions, because you felt like the illusions that were put on your life were going to be on your life for a long time or be in your life forever. But you were the trailblazer. You evolved in the energy, and you seen through the illusions. You seen through the illusions with financial issues, because people were trying to play with your money. You realized that once people started trying to play with your money, oh no, that don't make sense. Because with abundance of overflow of abundance, because you realize that money is energy. So if you're messing with my money, you're messing with my energy. You're messing with my energy, you're messing with me. If you're messing with me, you're messing with God. So why is you playing with me? And that's the energy that it seems. With Scorpio, you had to think of this on a deeper level. That's why God beat came out. That's why dive deep came out, because you had to think of this on the energy level. You weren't about to let this person just play with your top with sharing resources. They thought that you were just. They thought that you was renewable resource or some shit. Excuse my language, Lord. They thought that you was a renewable resource that you could just keep coming out with the coin, or keep coming out with the energy, or with your auric field, and that's not giving it. That's what this person was trying to take and make your love their love and transmute it and destiny swap with you. Yes, it can, but you would have to get a reading on that, my love. You can do that by going to my link tree or going in my description box to go to my website. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on, Sean. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on for the divine collective. With the manifested. See, didn't I just say this? You manifested some sort of evolution because you got through some sort of judgment or test. You got through some sort of test that people were trying to put on you, and now God is putting the same test that they put on you on them, but tenfold. 1,000 plus 1,000 high, literally. With the Jupiter, because you are gifted, you are the one that was chosen, you are the chosen one, you are the one that's elevated. You are now about to be rewarded. You're about to be rewarded in some way, shape, or form. What's going on for the divine collective? Because the things that you manifested was literally with Taurus, you weren't allowing things to keep you in lackluster energy. I was about to say in lack mentality and lackluster energy with delayed rewards, because whatever it was, they was trying to keep you in delayed energy. They wanted you to keep you stuck and stagnant because they didn't think that they were going to keep you here. They were going to try and take you out, is what I just heard. But whatever happened was the divine literally kept you. The divine told you that they were lying, and you ended up being protected by whatever this energy was. That's the energy that it's giving me. This person was lying to you, trying to get you to perceive them as in a higher vibration or a higher light. And what ended up happening, they started with the sin card. Didn't I tell you the sin card popped out? Did I want that the first card that I said that flipped over, but I didn't take? This person was sinning against the dear Heavenly Father when it came to coming against you, because God don't like ugly. This person was trying to, wow. This person was trying to stop you from healing. This person was trying to stop you from evolving, and it was because you knew your purpose. This is the sum of the reading. This person with heart chakra, my heart chakra just went off. You literally are now realizing that this person was sinning because they were trying to stop you from healing and getting to your purpose. And you think this is the only card? It's not, because those who work and get paid came out too. And that was the whole point of the reading. That was the whole point of the reading. Those who work and get paid. Those who work and get paid, and you got morals. Those who work and get paid. I ain't done. It ain't over yet. This person thought that in their right mind that the work that you put in to get to the point of evolving wasn't going to be an investment, bro. That you were going to get, and you got to it, and now they thinking, well, how can I invest and put money into this situation with Leo, the Golden Heart? And that's because you have started a flame and trailed it along the journey that you call life, and now you have setting a blaze in the journey that you call life, because you are walking the path that was less traveled by, which is understanding that God is working by faith and not by the sight of what man is believing to be perceived, of what he thinks, of what man thinks he is like. It's about what you interpret it as. Okay, let me get some more cards from you. But these are the biggest. I know. Okay. With trust and flow. You're trusting in the flow. You're trusting in the belief of the dear Heavenly Father coming in with path alignment. I don't need to make this up. I don't need to make this up. Literally. What's going on? With chaos magic, I told you somebody was doing some sort of magic to keep you stuck and stagnant, and you transmuted the energy, and they didn't think, because that doesn't happen. That's how they know that you were a chosen one. That's why they keep stalking you. That's why they keep watching you, because you evolved with addiction. That's what you're their substance. You're their addiction to watch. with breaking divine law, but it's breaking the divine law because it's about privacy. And it's a bold decision that they were trying to do to keep stalking you. It's a bold decision. It's a very bold decision. So they're trying to wise up. They're trying to understand what it is to keep. They're trying to wise up. Like I said, they're trying to wise up with budget to think about what is the best moves to keep you to make you go through a rebirth, and you already done went through a rebirth. You already done had the ego death. Now they're about to go through it. Now they're about to suffer. And now they're gonna have to suffer in silence because whatever they were doing to keep you stuck and stagnant is now doing the same thing to them, but it's worse because they have bigger problems because they're probably at a point of going through a midlife crisis or going through a change and they didn't transmute the energy in time. They didn't go through the shift in time. Now they gotta shift and it's uncomfortable. Right. Oh well. It's uncomfortable for them. With the slow but steady, because you already done slowly went through the change. You already slowly went through the transformation. You done slowly evolved. It wasn't just a midlife crisis. You just noticed that you had to ground yourself and evolve as you were going, and you seen through that. You seen through what it is that the vision that you had. It was like a vision that you had of seeing through everything that you were doing. That's why it's called like deja vu. You were seeing through everything that you were doing. You was like, no, this is and this and this and this, and you started realizing. And then you put the puzzle pieces together that this is the way the life is, and now you're at one of the highest vibrations that you've ever been, or the highest timelines that you've ever been, and you're going to keep riding that wave because it doesn't stop from here. It just goes up. Because if this is technically your lowest and you're going up, imagine what up is for you. And that's what I'm going to close this message out with. I love you guys so much. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I love all of my people. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you guys so much for watching me. I hope that you all are in the energy of blessing yourself. I hope that you all are in the energy of blessing the Lord. We're going to close out with the bell ring, and we're going to do the best that we can to do what we need to do to evolve. Because on this channel, we are what? Blessed, not stressed. Forget